Guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm probably sure that it's that time of the year you're watching this video. Keep calm, don't worry. WAEC examination is just an examination I conquered, and you too can. So guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about different active study methods. These are various ways in which you can study actively for WAEC and not just waste your time. In case you're preparing for WAEC, I'll advise you to subscribe to this channel because I have an entire playlist where I talk about how to pass WAEC, and I'm probably going to create more content surrounding that. So stick around with me by subscribing that button. Just subscribe, I'll wait. Done. When it comes to studying for an exam like WAEC, in case you're ignorant of what WAEC is, WAEC African Senior School Certificate Examination, and this exam is very important because in order for you to be considered into any institution of your choice, you need to do excellently well in this examination. Use past questions. There's no better way I would encourage anyone studying for WAEC other than to use past questions. Use your past questions because past questions are priceless. It got to a point in the WAEC examination that they didn't even make new questions. What they do is sometimes they shuffle old ones, old past questions, especially for the practical aspects. If you're a science student, you're doing practicals, I advise you to go through all the past practicals because most of the time they don't release something madly new, but they kind of reshuffle the old practicals and they put it there in place. And when you come, because this is your set, this is a new set, you might not be able to recognize it. That is why I advise you use past questions. When I was reading for my WAEC examination, I used a lot of past, I got all their past question booklet for the subject I was going to be taking, and I took time every day to actively study that. And the second active recall method is group discussions. Even now in medical school, what we do most of the times, I have a study, at least we belong to at least one study discussion group. It's sometimes impossible for you to complete everything in the syllabus, and that is why you have a study group. What you think or what you don't know, someone else might know and might share that knowledge with you. But be careful of study discussion groups because sometimes they lose their priority and lose their focus. That time where you're supposed to be actively discussing and acquiring knowledge, it turned out to be a time where you guys just gist. So you have to be careful when you see your study group is becoming unserious. I advise you to just leave it or find another one or call them back, because it's very easy for us when we get over familiar with ourselves to forget and just find it like a leisure time or a time to do. I'll call it how much do you know method. That is what I'll call the method because I don't have a name for it. But what I used to do back then is after reading a topic, I try to recall how much I can remember about that topic. I still do it up till now. So what I do is after reading a particular topic, back then in secondary school we had whiteboards. So I went onto the whiteboard maybe during evening times when there were no classes. I was the boarding student. I'm sharing this experience because I don't want my channel, I don't want my videos to be too uptight and serious. No. I'm taking this exam, so just calm down. So during my evening times, and I'll go to the blackboard and I pick a certain topic and I write how much I can recall about that topic. Now what I do is I say it basically. I say what are the advantages of this and I try to list it out. And if I see I can't recall it, I go back to my textbooks and revise the parts I can't recall. Quiz yourself. I didn't want to add this honestly, but I decided to just add it because yeah. So quizzing yourself is very important, and for me that is what I use my past question for quizzing myself. Like I said, how the mind works, it only retains information that you use continuously. Like for example, you know that when you wake up in the morning you brush your teeth. That process of actively doing it now enters your long term. Like you don't need anyone to tell you go and brush your teeth, because when you're up, your mind has already processed that this is the next thing to do as a result of actively doing it. So one other method of actively solidifying whatever information you've read in your mind is by quizzing yourself. You have to quiz yourself and quiz yourself and quiz yourself. Ask yourself questions. Sometimes while you study, write questions down. Sometimes after it, write questions down. Sometimes even if you can't write questions down, use past paper. For me, I use past papers most of the times because I don't like writing questions down sometimes. But I use past papers. So if you can get past questions, from there I'll know what I know very well and what I don't know. So this is certainly a method that you should try at home. So teach someone. As cliche as this sounds, it is very, very, very vital, and it is a very strong method of active recall. Research has shown that teaching someone is also you solidifying what is in your mind, because once you teach somebody, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be difficult for you to recall that information again. And this is a method that I use, especially in math. When I know how to solve a math problem, I would want to teach. I would want to explain it to a classmate that doesn't know how to or have been battling to. That was a very wise thing for me to do. Now I look back, because whenever I teach someone something, it sticks. As you're explaining to someone, you're trying to recall, and as you're trying to recall, you're retaining that information. You know, this teaching is one very strong method of recalling and retaining information. If you're still watching me and you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, like, comment, and yeah, what kind of study methods are you using in your preparation for this vital exam? Leave the comment down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to talk to you guys. Keep watching my part series. I have already created videos that you can check out. And guys, until next time, bye. Remember, good luck on your exams.